In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to ride a motorbike safely, and this is going to be so important. So stick around to the end so you don't miss out on any important information. What's up, Rad family? I'm Dakota Freeman, and welcome to the Rad Adventure Dude channel. When we're wanting to learn how to ride a motorbike safely, what we really need to do is first focus on our controls. We want to learn how to use the throttle, our clutch, our gear shifter, and our front and rear brake the best ways possible, so that way when we first get on a dirt bike and we're learning for the very first time, we don't have to think about all these different controls. We want to already know what they do, how to use them, and that's going to make your life so much safer. So before you even get on a motorbike, go ahead and go over these different controls. There's 5 of them, and I want you to know where they are before you even start rolling. Now that you know where the controls are and it's time for us to get moving on our dirt bikes, we're going to have to do a couple of things before we can actually start going. We're going to have to learn how to use the clutch and the throttle to actually get the bike going into motion. This is one of the most frustrating parts when first learning how to ride, and I know this from experience. However, just stick with this and let me show you a couple secrets that can really help alleviate this pain. So whenever we are first learning how to get the bike rolling, we're going to pull in the clutch and we're going to shift down into first gear. Then as we're in first gear and we're wanting to start moving, we're going to release the clutch, and at the point where the bike actually wants to start rolling forward into motion, we will now begin to apply just a slight bit of throttle. As soon as you apply that slight bit of throttle, continue releasing the clutch. Do not just release the clutch and pop it out. You want to exaggerate how slowly you continue releasing the clutch to actually get the bike going into motion. You will still have the clutch pulled in as the bike starts to move, and you're going to continue releasing it as slowly as possible. You will, once you start rolling, now have the clutch completely out and not have to worry about it, as you are just applying throttle and releasing throttle to go faster and slow down. And I know how frustrating it is, but simply just exaggerate how slowly you actually release that clutch. And even as you begin to roll forward, do not just let the clutch all the way out and continue slowly releasing it. That's going to really be a secret that just helps you get through this learning curve with your clutch as easily as possible. The next thing, now that we're rolling on our dirt bikes, I really want you to now pay attention to where you're going and what you're headed into. I don't want you to run into anything, as this is definitely not going to be a safe way to learn how to ride a dirt bike. So we need to pay attention to where we're going and where that front wheel is pointed. As long as you keep the front wheel pointed in the direction you're going, it's going to become much simpler for you to learn how to go through this. So before we get into cornering and all these different things, I really just want you at this point, since we're learning how to ride safely, to go ahead and get the bike rolling into motion. Roll, maybe 50 to 100 feet. Think about your throttle and how you're applying throttle and letting it off to manage the speed of the bike. And now pull in your clutch and actually apply your rear brake. The rear brake is suggested at this point just because we're new to riding, and it's a lot less aggressive than the front brake. So at this point, I really don't want you to focus too much on the front brake, but we'll cover it here in a little bit. So as you now are rolling on the dirt bike, I want you to roll 50 to 100 feet and then pull in the clutch and use your rear brake to bring the bike to a stop. Bring it to a stop nice and slowly, and as soon as you get the bike to a stop, you've done it. You've actually got the bike rolling into motion, you rolled for the first time, and you brought the bike to a stop. So now you have the fundamentals here to actually take your riding to a much better level. So now think about this and continually work on this over time. You can actually use this as a drill in your riding as you're learning to master your clutch. All you have to do is release the clutch just like we talked about, get the bike rolling, bring the bike to a stop, and do this every 20 or 30 feet. And as you keep doing this over and over and over again, it's going to become so much easier and instill all these habits into your riding to where you no longer even have to think about using your clutch. So now that you know how to do that and you know how to start riding safely, let's go ahead and cover a little bit more about shifting our gears and actually get the bike going faster and how we can get more control out of it as well. If this video has already helped you out, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video. It really helps us out. So now that we want to start going faster, we're going to have to learn how to shift our gears. You see, when we start to shift our gears, we're not going to have to go through and use the clutch and the throttle like we did at the beginning of this video. We can now just simply pull in our clutch, use the gear shifter to shift up, and actually just release the clutch. Because we're rolling and the back wheel is spinning, that is going to keep the bike from stalling, which is what we were struggling with at the very beginning when we were first having to get moving. Since that back wheel is already spinning, we don't have to worry about it stalling, and now that we shift it up, we can just simply let the clutch back out and then continue applying throttle when you need it. Just to be very clear here, when we go to make this gear shift, we want to let the throttle completely off. Then we will pull in the clutch. Now you're going to use your left foot, shift up with the gear shifter, let the clutch back out, and now apply throttle as you're ready. See, you just went through that gear shift without even having to think about using your clutch and your throttle together, and this is a much simpler process now that we're rolling on the dirt bikes. As you get up into the higher gears, they're going to become a lot less aggressive, which is going to be a very important part of getting better at riding. Not only because of the speed here, but now that you've gotten up in the higher gears, the throttle is going to have less torque and less acceleration behind it and more speed, but it's going to be a lot more mellow to where when you apply throttle, it's not so jerky. So this is going to be great for you as a new rider to be able to get into a second gear or a third gear to be able to ride without so much acceleration behind the dirt bike. And then once you're going into a corner or starting to slow down, you will have to go through this procedure again, except we're going to be shifting down back into the lower gears. So as you're doing that, you're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to let that throttle off. We're going to pull in the clutch. Now with our left foot, we're going to shift the gear shifter down, and at that point, just release the clutch, and you're either going to be getting back on the brakes at this point or just coasting. So know as you release the clutch here, you're going to actually feel the engine want to start slowing you down with the torque of the motor, but you will get used to this over time. So now you know how to shift up in the gears, you know how to shift down in the gears, and this is going to be huge to keeping you safe when learning how to ride a motorbike. Now that we've gotten through these steps and we've learned how to use the controls, we've learned how to get the bike rolling, bring it to a stop, and shift up and down through the gears, before we start going too fast on our dirt bikes, let's talk a little bit about rider body positioning. Rider body positioning is the most important part of becoming a better rider. If you want to stay safe, if you want to go fast, if you want to do anything on your dirt bike, the most important part is your body positioning. And you want to instill in good habits from the very beginning so you don't even have to think about this later on. So to start off, we're going to probably be sitting down because that's a lot more comfortable for newer riders. You're going to want to sit in a nice centralized location on your dirt bike. You should have your feet to where they rest on the balls of your feet on the foot pegs. This is so you don't accidentally hit your gear shifter or that rear brake while we're just riding around. Then you're going to want to make sure you're gripping the bike with your knees and legs. This is going to really help connect you to the bike and make you so much more comfortable when you're riding. Moving on to our upper body here, as we're sitting in that centralized location, we now want to make sure that we have our elbows up and our back is straight, and our head should always be more forward and over the handlebars. This is a great way to learn and a perfect recipe for you to become the best rider possible. I really want you to instill this into your riding just so that you don't have to think about this later on. And honestly, this is the key to your success. So really focus on riding in this body positioning and go through every detail here if you really want to become a good rider. And once you start getting this comfortable and you're ready to take your rider body position to the next level, well, let's go ahead and talk about standing up. Standing up is the number one best way to take any rough track or trail and make it as smooth as possible. You see, whenever you're riding on the tracks and trails, there's always going to be bumps and jumps and holes in the trails and all kinds of different obstacles. Well, once you learn how to stand up and ride your motorbike, all those obstacles are going to actually be eliminated because you can now have a complete new shock absorber with your legs. So to go from sitting to standing, we're going to be resting on the balls of our feet, and all we're going to want to do is simply just stand up. However, we don't want to stand straight up on the dirt bike, and we really want to make sure to still be on the balls of our feet. Our knees are going to be slightly bent, and they're going to be gripping the dirt bike. We still want to be in a nice centralized location here, and our back is going to be straight, elbows are going to be up, and our head is going to be centered over our handlebars. This is called the attack position, and it is the #1 best way to make sure that you can ride without having any issues on the tracks and trails. If you're in the attack position, you can then have the bike kind of do what it needs to do underneath you while you're standing up and just simply not taking the abuse from the dirt bike directly to your body, which is not going to fatigue you as much and make it to where you can ride so much faster on these rough trails without it actually affecting your body. So as you can see throughout this video, we've already covered a lot of different information, and I couldn't dive into every little specific detail here. But if you want to find out more about each rider body position technique, more about shifting gears, more about using the brakes, this channel is absolutely packed full of information for you. But before I go, I want to tell you one more thing. The front brake is going to be very dangerous when we first start riding. If you're riding your motorbike using your front brake, you really want to make sure that you have your front wheel pointed in a straight line. Any little turn on the handlebars and you pull that front wheel in, it's really going to want to lock up your handlebars, and that's not what we want. And that's why earlier in this video, I almost steered you completely clear of using that front brake. I know it is a very important brake, and I know it's actually how we're going to stop the bike in the fastest way possible, but I'm trying to keep you safe here and just let you know from the beginning to be very cautious with this front brake. As we move into advanced techniques and really want to dive into mastering our riding, then we're going to become a pro at using our front brake, and we're going to cover so much more technique with it as well. But since we're learning here and we want to stay safe, use the front brake very cautiously and always make sure that front wheel is pointed in a straight line. Make sure you check out the book that I just put out. It's packed full of 25 shocking secrets that you must know before riding a dirt bike, and it'll honestly help you take your riding to a completely new level. All you have to do is leave your email at the bottom of my website and I'll send it straight to you completely for free. If this video helped you out, make sure you hit the subscribe button that's right here and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. After that, you can watch my next video right here. Stay rad, and I'll see you over there.